Only want me yelling when I'm belling, when I'm gutter talking street story telling, screaming out your name, pleasureful sex pain, words be profane, but never for my gain. It's suspect. They want me to keep my mouth shut like a puppet, a Playboy toy, dousing all the rockers for my black girl joy. Too loud, making all that fuss, make me want to cuss when they tell me to shush. What? I saw somebody make this post that said, black women will always be too loud for a world that never intended to listen to them. What up? Thanks for pressing play. That's just a little piece that I just wrote off the dome because a few weeks back I had made a post for Ask a Black Woman. I was in a Japanese Village Plaza and I had an impromptu discussion with some African women from Namibia. Okay. And in the video, actually, I had it facing them, but you could hear my voice clearly, audibly. And I was just as loud and just as naturally as I am. And so, although I had quite a lot of very good dialogue and responses to the post, one of the ignorant posts that I got from somebody said, why is the American black girl, me, so loud? Now, when I see things that are ignorant like that, my typical thing is to just let it roll off my back. But it sat with me because he specifically said the American black girl. And it made me think about American black women and the concept of being loud. And when is it okay for us to speak? When is it okay for us to be in full voice? And so here it goes. Now here, I used to be offended when people would say I was loud. Because I was like, I'm not loud, da da da. And so I had to realize that I am loud. I have a strong voice. It carries. I'm a small little woman from Chicago, and I remember early on when people realized I like to speak in front of people. My teachers, when they were coaching me for these speeches and stuff, they always told me to speak audibly, to speak clear, to look people dead in the eye, and that sort of thing. So no one had to teach me how to have a theater voice or my playground voice. And so consequently, I am annoyed when I hear people talk very soft. Not because they're in a place where they have to tone it down, because it's obvious to me they're timid, that they're not sure of themselves. And that's not been my case. And so I felt like the comment that was left was somebody being offensive. It was like the black girl need to be quiet. That's what I thought. I think I read and got the sentiment quite clearly. And I think by and large, most people, whether you're non-black or black, they can't stand for black women to speak. Now, if you really listen, if you play back and hear what I said in the little rhyme I spit at the beginning of this, they don't mind when we cussing, when we cutting the fool, when we aren't, at our best selves, I should say. They tune in to our reality shows when we fussing, talking bad about one another. But let us exhibit some black girl joy. Let us get caught up in conversation, such as I was having with them women from Namibia. Having a good old conversation and let my voice carry and get caught up in it. And if your instant sentiment is, why is the American black girl so loud, and you miss the total content and the context of what's going on, lets me know, one, that you're not so bright yourself, but two, you have a problem. Your lens in which you see black women and how they need to stay in their place, that's a bigger issue. And that's the thing that needs to be laid to the forefront. So I thought about it. I said, yeah, I do have a voice that carries. My sisters told me about that over time. And I'm not always conscious of it. It may be off-putting and stuff like that. But I venture to say that a lot of times it's people transferring their insecurity about themselves onto me, because what comes along with this voice that carries is I back up what's coming up out my mouth. I'm strong behind it. I know that it's a aura that I bring too, when I'm a presence that I bring, because here's the thing. When I fall back and don't say nothing, it throw people off, especially people that know me. When I'm not talking, when I'm being extremely observant and stuff like that, people are always, Shanera, you okay? Da, da, da. They think something wrong when I don't say nothing. How about that? So I just want to know what the deal is about that. And then here's another caveat, if you're still listening. It made me think of the few times at my job where see, I work in a call center. It can get the tones can get high when it's all of us on the phone chatting with the callers, etc. And so every now and again I would get an IM and it would say, hey, your voice is carrying, could you keep it down? And I used to be embarrassed, like, oh my God, because I can get carried away, and it's like, no problem. Let me fall back, because after all, this is a professional environment. But guess what I noticed over time? That my other teammates, they who are non-black and male, they are very loud, and they are not doing work. They are laughing and a ha 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 and a he 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 and ain't nobody saying nothing, because this is an everyday occurrence. And so, furthermore, there is a double standard. I believe that it is a cultural thing to hamper black women to keep their damn mouth shut. My not so humble opinion. And so anybody listening to this, specific to my sisters, to my black women, I'm going to say, be vocal, exhibit your black girl joy, okay? Have your strong voice and your strong presence, and don't let nobody freaking shish you. We are not only relegated to screaming out somebody's name in the throes of passion, or cussing out our children if they may. I mean, those are always acceptable ways that we can be seen loud. I think it's stupid, and I'm not going to give in to that. I'm not going to be quiet for you. Guess what? I am medicine for the people who are ready to take me. If you don't like my voice, you can turn it down or turn it off. You ain't got to listen to these vlogs. It's my channel, my page, my mouth. And I don't necessarily have an attitude. I really don't, but it needed to be said. So this is me being unashamed and unapologetic. So ask a black woman why she's so damn loud. I just gave you my answers. Feel free to comment. Feel free to share. I gotta log off. Bye.